Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we discuss few important questions related to software asset management. I have prepared all these questions for you. So let's share my screen. So these are the questions. First question is, can you explain primary objective of software asset management within your organization? Very interesting question. It covers the basics as well. So SAM help organize, manage, control, and optimize software assets throughout their life cycles. So in your organizations, you have seen various software assets like Microsoft Teams, Microsoft all other products. There are various other softwares which you are using in your laptops, in your office laptops, right? So all these softwares, or you can say window licenses. Okay, all these are softwares. All these have their life cycle. All these have their purchased from somewhere from the vendors. So managing all these softwares, okay, managing their life cycle, when it was purchased, when it was used, who is using that, and finally, what is the last date or expiring date of that particular software. So complete management, complete life cycle management is done through software asset management. And we have ServiceNow software asset management application, which is helping in doing so, okay, through various automations and all, okay. So let's see what all are the objectives of software asset management. I have explained you few, but let's see in a nutshell. First one is compliance. So what is compliance? It ensures that the organization follow the licensing agreements. So with each license, with each software, you have certain terms and conditions to use it. And if the organization or the consumer is not following that standard, it means they are not adhering the compliance. It means the vendor is liable to take the penalties or revoke the license, or maybe it may do something else with respect to that. In your company, you have 50 licenses of a particular software, but somehow more than 50 systems are using that license. Okay, you have using the image or something else. By that, more than 50 people or 50 systems are using that license. It means it's a compliance issue. The vendor is liable to take action. So that's why using software asset management, you can pull out the report and see whether your system or whether your company is 100% compliant to the software vendors or not. If not, what will happen? The vendor may proceed and take some actions. In order to avoid that, companies are using this software asset management tool to get all such reporting. Then second one is cost optimization. This one. So reducing unnecessary software purchase and relocating unused licenses. Obviously, as the number of people increases in a particular organization, it is very hard to manage it, right? You may not know how many software licenses are used, how many are already allocated, but that are not being used, right? So in that case, if you have proper reports via using software asset management tool, via various reporting and all, you can easily do the cost optimization and you can allocate budget in such manner only. So that is the important thing. Then we have inventory management, maintaining the centralized record of a software asset. This is very self-explanatory. Then we have risk mitigation, identify unauthorized softwares to prevent security vulnerabilities. Obviously, when you have your system laptop, you are taking that laptop to your home. You have most of the time admin rights, and you can install softwares which are not authorized, or maybe softwares which are not 100% tested properly, or maybe some vulnerable softwares that will increase the vulnerability of your system and your system may get hacked. So how to identify such software? You will not, or the company IT person will not go to the system and check, right? They have the reports using this SAM, okay, software asset management, and they pull out the reports and see what all softwares are being used that are not authorized or that are not 100% secure. And then the list will be distributed and you can take actions accordingly. This risk mitigation is looking very small, but obviously this is very big thing. Imagine a company with insurance background or with banking verticals. If anything bad, any bad application enters into the system via your laptop, it will be a big security breach because all the important data is at risk now. So you understand now how big it can go and create problems. So we have a practical example as well. A company ran an internal audit and found several unused Microsoft Office licenses. By reallocating them to teams that need them and canceling the redundant subscriptions, they save thousands of dollars. I already explained these things in cost optimization, right? So you can understand the importance of software asset management by this example. You can now think of various other examples within your current domain, within your current example companies. Create as many examples as you want, okay, based on your current knowledge, based on your current company and examples, okay. This will definitely help you in understanding software asset management better. Now let's move to one more question. How does ServiceNow facilitate software asset management? Okay, how ServiceNow is facilitating this SAM? Obviously, we have a particular application. So let's see. So ServiceNow SAM provide a centralized platform to manage software licenses, compliance, and cost efficiency. It includes automated discovery, license management, software normalization, reconciliation. So these all are the ways by which ServiceNow is facilitating. It means these all are the features which are there in software asset management application of ServiceNow. And via this, they are providing 100% secure, compliance-free, and easy to use platform with respect to software. You can do a number of things. You can take a number of decisions based on this. You can think of your protection policy. You can think of your purchase policy. All these things can be easily covered if you follow, or if an organization follows software asset management which ServiceNow is offering. So these are automated discovery of software across the network. We have discovery via this discovery. We can easily track and easily update what all softwares which are available in the CMDB and then manage it from there. We have license management to track entitlements and avoid non-compliance. Tracking entitlements can be very tricky, but using ServiceNow SAM, it is very easy now. Software normalization for data consistency. What is software normalization? Let me check. So normalization in a software is a process of organizing data in the database or software titles to make it more consistent and accurate. It helps in improve efficiency, reduce redundancy, and make the design easier to manage. It means you are making your software more standard, more regular, and ready to use. And then finally, we have reconciliation to compare usage versus entitlement. It means getting a report which is telling that this particular software is being used at this source, via this source, and all and all. Okay. Now, finally, we have one example here. An IT team uses ServiceNow to track Adobe Creative Cloud licenses. By identifying unused license, they reassign them instead of buying a new one. So this is the example which is telling you how ServiceNow is facilitating software asset management. You can get report on n number of things, n number of subjects, and then finally use that to make your software asset management more accurate, more compliance. Let's move to the third question, which is what is software normalization in ServiceNow and why it is important. So normalization is standardized discovered software data. It means we are making the data standard, and this standardization is based on your company, based on your vendor, but ultimate goal is to make the data consistent so that everyone in your organization can easily understand that you are talking about this data whenever you are going for reporting. If the data, or let's say if same thing is coming with different names or some adjusted names, obviously reporting will be affected, because in that case we are not getting the count of the same thing, okay, because name are different. So that's what normalization do, and that will help in tracking and compliance issues. Example देखिए, practical example. An organization had MS Office, Microsoft Office, and Office 365 listed separately. Now you understand these three things are the same, but they are being listed in a different name. Now what will happen? when we do software normalization, it will definitely help, and normalization merge them under single name, which is Microsoft Office 365. And once we have that, we will have accurate data, accurate reporting. Imagine if we are doing reporting in this case, obviously the report will come separately for MS Office, separately for Microsoft Office and Office 365. Three reports are coming. Even though we are utilizing these three reports, it is not guaranteed that there is one more name which is available. So we have to make sure the data which is coming from various sources in software asset management must be normalized. We always have to make efforts to normalize the data and then finally do the reporting. It will definitely help you. Now, next question. How does ServiceNow Discovery assist in software asset management? So, ServiceNow Discovery, you know what is a discovery? It is getting the data from different sources into a single location, which is CMDB. So, how it is helping SAM? Obviously, when we do SAM in terms of discovery, it means it is getting data of software from various sources into CMDB, or let's say asset table. Okay, so now see here, ServiceNow Discovery automatically scan network to identify installed softwares, ensure accurate inventory. Okay, so discovery what is this? So discovery what it is doing, it is scanning different networks which are available in company, and based on network devices, okay, based on the connected devices, it is getting the data of various softwares which are available. And once we have the list, it is doing normalization and all this stuff on that data. And finally, we have the clean, accurate data available in software asset tables. Example, a company found unauthorized VPN software installed on the remote workstation. Discovery flagged it, allowing IT to remove security risks, along with getting the data, which is a normal process. But these type of examples are very important because we have to take care, or we have to manage the security as well. It is very hard to do these things without automation. So that's why discovery plays an important role in identify the bad, practices, in identify the compliance thing, and make your data much more accurate and take actions accordingly with respect to security, like in this example. Now we have one more thing. What are software entitlements and how they are managed? So you must have heard about software entitlements, right? Software entitlement defines the term under which an organization can use a software license. So you purchased a software license. It means now you are authorized to do it. But under which circumstances you can use it? Okay. What are the level of access you have on that particular software? That is a software entitlement. So difference between software license and software entitlement is very important. Let me show you. You see, license grant you the right to use the software, but entitlement dictate the level of access based on your plan. Obviously, for example, you have the license of Netflix. We all are watching Netflix, right? So in Netflix, you have 350 plan, you have 1000 rupees plan. So based on the plan, you are granted the license. So these plans are nothing but entitlements, which means you can watch Netflix on mobile only in 259 plan, but in 359 or 559 plan, you can watch it on laptop, you can watch it on desktop, you can watch it on mobile as well. So this is the difference between entitlement and license. I hope it is clear to you. So why we have these entitlements? Obviously, these are the limitations, you can say. And if the vendor find out that you are violating the entitlements, in that case they can charge you. Okay, they have all these measures using software asset management, and all such reports can easily be uh, collected and then compared based on the license, based on the entitlement. See the example. A company uses ServiceNow SAM to track auto tax license. By linking entitlements to user, they prevent over allocation and ensure compliance. So let's say you have 50 license of Autodex, and in that Autodex license, if we compare it to the number of users which are using it, it is not 50, it is more than 50. In that there is some over allocation or compliance. So you have to be very sure based on the, so you have to be very sure and understand the license as well as entitlement issues here whenever you are using a software. So it's not a task of you being a user, but software asset management or IT team should be responsible in finding out all these things and then take the appropriate actions. So I hope these 5 questions are enough for today. We will discuss various other questions which are very interesting and it will clear many of your doubts. Okay, so stay tuned. I will come up with more such important things and discuss with you. Till then, thank you so much. Subscribe to this channel. We have one more channel, ServiceNow 911, which is in English. There you will find all the concept explained in a very well manner. All the theories there, all the practical things are there. And if you want to see same thing in Hindi, we have one more channel, which is ServiceNow Helpdesk Hindi. So you need not to go anywhere else. I'm here at your disposal. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.